Good morning, peeps. Oh, Jenny Clouston here. Back of my, in case you want to email me, website, Instagram. There you go. I made this years ago when I wrote my first book, and I just never changed it, and I don't think I ever will. I know it's dated, but hey, that is me at the end of the day. Dated. Well, you know. Now, what was I going to say? I am teaching today. It's a small class. People are away. People are sick. So it's a small little class. So what that means is we kind of get a little bit rowdy. Yes. You know, I was working on this little thing. Oh, genade. It's all tangled up here. And I couldn't help myself. Oh, no. I kind of started to, I put some little twigs at the bottom, and I don't know if you can see, I sort of put some bricks. Look, I don't know. I just started doing that because I felt like it. And what I then wanted to do is let me just get something. I'm trying, very distracted here. What I then wanted to do is put some little bees on there. And then I thought, oh, what kind of bees do I want to put on there? And it just got sort of convoluted and whatever else. And if I had beads, I'd make the tiniest little small beaded bees. And then I don't feel like going inside to get beads, you know. So it's kind of the bees. I might actually see if I can use some other threads to make these bees, or am I just making it sort of I don't know, full on. I like the simplicity of it, to be perfectly honest. That's what tickled my pickle a lot. You know, I mean, it's my age, I know, and I often wonder if it's how much sugar I eat, but anyway, I wake up in the morning and I'm sure it's my age, and I'm quite stiff. Anyway, for a few months now, I've been doing these exercises for 9 minutes, as soon as I wake up in the morning, and it's kind of lymphatic draining sort of thing, and I have noticed a big difference. Isn't that amazing? So I've been trying to do that, and along with everything, all my other exercises. So I look like a mad thing first thing in the morning. And in fact, when I did them in South Africa, my mother's cat got such a fright. She ran away, and whenever she saw me for the next few weeks, she just was so petrified of me. So I don't know. They must be very strange looking. But, you know, they work. I always try and find a solution to my ails. Yeah, so anyway, I'm not going to do this. It's working for me. I want to do this other little thing because, as I said, I'm teaching. So I just want to get my fingers moving. Sorry about that. Ugh, nada. Yeah, so this little thing, I'm loving it. You can see I've been working on it when I'm sitting here quietly contemplating life. Is that the same color? Well, I don't have to have the same color, do I? But it's in the art jar, so I might as well use it. There's a whole lot of colors in this art jar here. Purples. You know, come on, come off. Got a silk ribbon here. I'm going to try and stop moving my hand like this across the... I was re-watching one of my videos and I thought, Dora, that's a bit strange to have this giant arm coming across. Anyway, besides that, you know, why isn't this threading? And, you know, I'm cleaning out my, since I bore you to tears, since October when I started doing a spring clean in my sewing room. And I have been whooping up a storm. I tell you, I have finished this African quilt. So that was, I had to unpick 3 quilt tops and I have pieced it together. But it is absolutely enormous. So I don't even think if I had to have it machine quilted, if there is a I don't know, quilt thingy that will take such a big quilt. Also, I would really have liked to have hand quilted it because it's I don't know, it's just spectacular, and the colors. And then I said to my husband, well, we've got an 8-seater table on our patio that I normally baste my quilts on. But I don't even know if it'll fit on that. So when I baste quilts, I use sort of wooden planks so it's just really, I don't know. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Because what I really wanted to do is I was going to hand quilt the quilt with pearl number 8, all my uglies, you know, all those ugly threads that we buy, and then we think, darn it, why did I buy them? And I thought, oh, that'll be great because I can use them to use up all those Jennifer, get your words, all those threads on the African quilt. And truth be told, I do like a hand quilted quilt, to be honest. Sorry, this thread is too long. What can I do with it? Where can I take it to disrupt? Let's pop it over here on this harsh green one here. Somebody asked me, as a comment, what color, what kind of brand marking pen do you use? And I have said this in my other videos before. It's a Sullivan's, and it's the only one that I will tell you that I know it doesn't stain. So I just want you to know that lots of people, not lots of people, sorry, I need to change it. People have on their YouTube videos spoken about water soluble pens, and they just talk about them, and I'm going, please, it's not, that's Jenny Clouston uses that, and I don't, please be mindful is that I don't use that type of pen. I only use one, and I know that does not come back or stain or whatever. So please be mindful and just always test yours. If in doubt, don't use one. I'm telling you. I know lots of people use friction as friction pens. I do not at all. I'm very scared of them. And if you read about them, they were not made to be used on fabric. Anyway, lots of people use them. Lovely Sue Sangaris, who comes to my class, she uses them. Her project is mammoth, but it is so good. Isn't the butcher bird lovely today? I tell you what, do I have to tell you what I was going to say? No, I won't, because I think it might be wrong. So I'm not going to say it. If in doubt, leave it out, I say. Why cause a consterncy when you don't have to? Look at this lovely little mess here. That'll be nice. I wonder. Where I can put these little things that I want to put on now. I wonder if I should just branch out over here quickly. Hold on. Oops, sorry. Can you see how my wool is twisting on me? Can you see it's got a little there? That means that one of these pieces of wool, or both for that matter, have been threaded from the wrong end. And I am just going to continue because this isn't going to be anything major. It's just a finger starter kind of thing, but it's now starting to really aggravate me, so I might just call it quits. Do a loose little Frenchie. So I just don't pull it tight and I get like a little loop there. Sorry, I'm just popping it out my hoop because I just want to travel this along a little bit more. Beautiful sound that it is. What else should I add on from here? Anything? Something? Yes. I need some bulk here. I'll just do this quickly and then I'll add a bigger flower, I think. Have I got anything that I can use? I'm sure I have here. Yeah. Do you know what I have found in my sewing room, and it's quite alarming, is a whole big container of 1930s unfinished blocks. So they all I love anything from the 1930s. You know, start where you are, use what you have approach, and they are just pieces of blocks, and I really must use them because they are just rotting away in my cupboard. I've still got some of this green on here. I'm not going to throw it back in the alt jar. I'm not going to make, when you're using alts, you sort of make another alt, and it's like when you're making a quilt, I always say to, you know, I'm going to use up my fabrics, but no, you don't. You just make scraps. You just kind of, you know. Let's just put some down here because it's on my, I'm rambling today. All right, let's get some bulk happening here. And then I'm going to head off inside, do my weights, and then everybody, well, my small little class will come. Birds flying very near me. All right, what do I feel like doing? Have I got my silk ribbon here? One wonders. My old jar of silk ribbon. I wonder where that is. What can I do? I need some bulk. How much of this is on there? Nope. How much is this in on that? Maybe that'll be enough. Not the greatest colour in the world, is it? Nope. But it's going on. I need to sort this little thing out, don't I? She's sitting there, and she's sitting there looking like, I don't know what. I wonder if I should put this thing here. Nope. Let's pop her over here somewhere. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Another question I was asked the other day, and then she came into my class, and she had a hoop that was very different to mine. It's, I don't know if you've seen them before, it's like a plastic one, and you squeeze it, and then it sort of, there's the base is a steel kind of ring, and then this sort of squeezy thing comes on, and they normally are plastic. And she said to me, what's the difference? Now, there actually is a big difference, because that is made for machine embroidery, so it keeps your fabric very, very, very taut, whereas an embroidery hoop, it doesn't stretch your fabric, you know, it just sort of keeps it. And I quite like the fact that I like a little bit of give in my hoop. I don't keep it tight, because sometimes if your fabric is too tight in your hoop, that actually causes issues as well. So anyway, that's it. I don't have one to show you because I don't use them, but like anything, there's a reason why things are made the way they are. This color's okay. I mean, it's not great. I just made sure I put it next to something that was nice and strong and powerful because it's so insipid. If I put it next to something insipid, it would actually get more insipid. It would get insipider. If I put it against something strong, then it can sort of hold itself, you know. I've run out of thread here. These little wheels, they woven spiderweb roses things, they use up a lot of thread. Right. And this one. It's so handy when you've got a little gemorsia of stuff, because you can just dive into it and just go. Alright. Oh, I'm going to see if I can find something for you. Alfina's owls. I stopped to find Alfina's owls, and I couldn't find the oh darn it, I couldn't find the photograph, so I'll have to look carefully and get organized in the next video, because you know I don't get organized before a video. I just saw my go. You know how I quote Julie Cameron, The Artist's Way. If anybody who knows, who has my books, will know that I love a good quote. I love a good quote, and I quote people all the time in my books. And Julie Cameron is the inspiration behind my daily stitching. If you, her book is called The Artist's Way, and it's very thought-provoking and whatever. And another favorite quote of hers. Now, I'm not saying that I'm an artist, okay? So when I quote on this now, please don't get all carried away and think, Jennifer, well, you know, you're not an artist. But what she says is that, and hang on, let me think. Art is not about thinking something up. It's about getting something down. And when I read that, I thought that, you know, that resonated with me, because actually that is kind of what I do. I don't sit here and think, okay, what am I going to do? I sort of just get something down, and then it becomes a something. So what does she say? Art is not about thinking something up. It's about getting something down. What do you think about that? I think I'm just going to have to come in down here, people, and just connect this, because it's been bothering the dawner out of me. So I didn't really want a gathering point here, but it's a happening. It's a happening, whether I like it or not, because that is what has happened. So she is getting what she wants. All right. Have it your way. See, that's a gathering point over there, which I didn't really want to do, but maybe in time I can mess her up even more. All right, let me just do a few colonial knots in the center of my little flower. Oops, I went across there again. What color are we going to use? Nope, bright yellow. You know what? I have got to have another colonoscopy again. I have to do it every year now. So 1 or 2. Shall I leave it like that? Never. So I have to have one every year. And while I mean, I love going under anesthetic, don't worry about that. But it's just the food leading up where everything has to be white, you know? Really? And that last day when you can't eat anything and all you want to do is just eat. But I'm doing a watercolor class a mark making workshop at the Botanic Gardens on that day. So that'll take my mind off not eating, won't it? Anyway. It's okay. I eat way too much. I kind of graze. It's awful. So bad for you. Then that's why I'm chubby. Okay. Let's cut this off. You can match that one over there, I think. Oh, this is looking a bit of a chamorsi. Who cares? Who cares? Just look at some of this on my hoop here, on my hand. My needle. That's the reason why where can I put this? Let's move it over. It looks like a bird's nest, doesn't it? Yeah, I need to actually take this out there and stop it from being so unfortunate. Anyway, that is for another day. Let me put this on and I'll be happier. Contained with a little bit of less negative space all around it. And then she looks interesting. Well, that's the best thing I can say, is she looks interesting. And with that, Alfina, I'm going to look for your owls. Okay, with that, thanks for your time, and bye for now. And with the crows having their say in the background, on a serious note, I have to suspend all my postal orders to the US for now. It's temporarily suspended until we sort out this tariff issue. Our Australia Post has said they're suspending the service to the US. But on that note, I just want to thank all of you who have bought from the USA, and we'll get back on track soon because this Australian government will sort something out for us. So with that, thank you.